Company, today we're going to be testing out this car. It is the autocross version. It's actually very similar to the original when I actually did race it. I didn't do too well, but it's 280 horsepower, semi-slicks, and yeah. All I can say. It should be lighter. Let's see. That wasn't a very good start. 34.5. Oh, it's actually slower. I guess maybe it just I don't think it had the right gearing. Like I felt like I couldn't, like the next gear would be too long and then that gear was too short. I feel like I can't select the exact gearing, I can only select the spacing and top speed gearing, so then it's like an issue, I guess. Anyways, next challenge. Alright, time to put this on the racetrack. Looks kinda angry. that's the way this car handles, which is very bad. Like, this entry understeer, exit oversteer is awful. The spin out, if you try to downshift it, it just handles so badly. Handled reasonably. 9.7 puts it in 18th, which is still faster than being an HR and slower than 200 Roadster, so faster than the F22, but that handles slightly worse. I didn't know how to tune rear-wheel drive then. I do now, and this car just handles badly anyways. Anyways, next challenge. Alright, time to test this thing on the road course. You can only expect this to not go well. Oh my, you didn't only let it know. Because I freaking used the clutch and I shifted on time. And I used the clutch there too, so... So badly, if I messed up the handling, I wouldn't have noticed it. I tuned it for you and it's like, alright, well that's good enough. Should ever go 80 in any car. I hate this corner so much. Suddenly becomes really tight, and then you understeer off in the rocks. I thought that was a good idea. Not like the time trial, but like the freaking road design. So like I was going at reasonable speed from there. 4 dead, pretty much. That's slightly faster than the stock car, which also probably fell off the track, and slower than the V09. Let's let it wreck itself. Lands on the road. There's a sign going through the car, but it's fine. Scenic view. It is. The scenic view. Anyways, next challenge. I'm trying to test it in the quarter mile. I have a feeling it's not going to do too great here. It just depends on its gearing. Its first 2 gears are way too short. Well, it reaches 60 miles an hour at 4. 13.5. I don't know where it's gonna place it because obviously, as you can see, the leaderboard's like full. So, yeah. I'm gonna crash in the background. So 13.5, I imagine it's reasonable. It's actually not as bad as I was expecting. Next challenge. Alright, I'm gonna test this on a rally stage. I mean, it doesn't handle all the great at tarmac, so maybe you can turn it around. Although I'm probably gonna skip most of this. And then, because it's just not interesting on anything or rally. I've said it a few times, but unless it's rally cars, I usually skip a lot of this out. Because, like, I just cut it all out. Very close there. I'm not gonna redo this, so let me just do that. Boom. Solved. Oh. I'm gonna do the split time, the last split time. Before a 250, so it should have been a 241.6. Yeah. It should have been a 241.6. I screwed up there, and I just teleported it at the checkpoint, and then it didn't pick up the finish line. Whoopsie. It might have something to do with the way I have the lap config set up. It's which may also explain why it's now like the checkpoints are black instead of like, or the last one is black instead of, because like the orange and blue are going into each other. Because it's set up that that's the last checkpoint, but it's also set up that is the finish line. Anyways, next challenge. Alright, trying to test this thing's top speed. I know it's not going to have very high top speed. Actually, let's see. Insert from 6th gear and see. It's actually doing fine in 6th. Boost just suddenly give us like 8 million horsepower. 5,000? Oh no. I think it's like 5,000. It's only got 6 gears. It's 135. Limited by gearing, it'll probably go higher. cars like to drive. You just try to drive it and crash into a wall. Anyways, next challenge. I'm trying to test this thing on the autocross, which is where it was kind of meant to be, so. Really close. .9. I don't know where that's gonna place it, 'cause obviously this kind of leaderboard's a bit screwed up. But I believe that should be quite fast. I won't know until I put the scores in a second, so I guess I'll say when next challenge, because that's something that I'd imagine most people want to know. And I'm gonna link the leaderboard, so if you want to see the whole thing, you can do that. Anyways, next challenge. Alright. Well, it's not gonna complete this, but I will say what it got. It got actually 5th on the autocross, which isn't too bad. All things considered, it's not too bad. I'd say. Well, I was gonna off-road this, but instead it's gonna roll down the hill, so. Actually, I want to go the other way. There we go. Off-roading. Next challenge. It's time to do this. My mic decided it would stop working, and I was just like, huh, that lap might not have any audio. I plugged it back in and now it works again. And then I crashed, so that bit's not gonna be sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother slowing it down. Let's get this stupid thing over with, because it's my third attempt. And my crashes were kind of my fault for not paying attention. I mean, the second time I was paying attention, when I did crash, it just, like, I can't brake while midair. Finally, about time. Park it there. Oh my god, he's got for. It's not too bad. It's only beaten by TS500 and P2000. So those are respectable cars to be beaten by, considering this is like double the power and this is double the power. And that has all-wheel drive and a dual clutch. And all this with rear-wheel drive. It's not turbocharged though. That's not too bad actually. Anyways, next challenge and final challenge actually. So yeah. Alright, time to get this last challenge done with. I turned the volume down on my end. It probably will change the video volume. Currently, change like my computer volume will change the volume. It gets sick. So on and just chill for the rest of the day. I took a couple breaks, particularly before doing the autocross, before doing this. Because this car really is just unreasonably hard to drive. The Sport was too, but I fixed the Sport, and the Sport's fine. But this car still has issues, like its entry understeer and its oversteer, shift down, and the car tries to spin out. It's not the best handling car. Like, if I were to put it in top drives, I'd give it 80 handling at maximum. Or I'll flip the car. And that works too. That's fine though. Kind of pulling a little bit, but it's manageable. I just want to get this over with, so if I make another big mistake, that should be fine though. Tiny bit, this course is quite twisty, so I'll be on the corner quite a bit, which then it shouldn't be too noticeable. It understeers a lot anyways. Hopefully the next car I'll be doing is slow enough that it should be easy. We'll have a first for the off-road course, hopefully. And after that we have a hypercar, which should be relatively easy. I mean, not easy, it's manageable. I did crash again, but whatever. And of course, eventually I'll put this up on update. I recently updated it because I kept forgetting to do that, so I just finished it up and updated the little pack. I just updated it. I don't think I'm gonna do it too soon, like after this car, because you already have the regular version. You just don't have the Sport and autocross. That's fine. And I'll put them up eventually. And after the hypercar, I have the HC1 finally. That was supposed to be before this, between this and the convertible. But what happened was I used a bunch of old automation mods that weren't updated, but recently were just updated. So I should be able to get that into automation again and do some stuff with it, and then I'll be doing that after the hypercar, since I already have the hypercar and the truck lined up. And I'm gonna do a early 2000s lower powered rear-wheel drive sports car after that, and then I really can't remember what's past that. I know you'll live further down there. There will be another all-wheel drive car, which I haven't done much of recently. Because the past two lines of cars I've done rear-wheel drive. Maybe more than that, I can't remember. But so far there's only the V9s, but only, well, I mean, like 6 of them. Most of them are all-wheel drive. Few are front-wheel drive. And the R6 is also all-wheel drive, but it's a rally car, so it kind of makes sense. And then the P series were all-wheel drive. So in fact, originally the convertible with an entire performance was supposed to be all-wheel drive with a dual clutch, but I decided against it because, like, those kinds of cars are the cars that, like, people buy with manual transmissions, so I kept it manual for the most part. The faster one, or at least the road version, has a sequential. I felt like that was okay. That was like kind of in between a manual and a dual clutch. Sits right there, so it's fine. It was designed to be quite a bit faster, so it makes sense. And I like driving sequentials in this game, or at least on it. Well, yeah, I like sequentials in general, well, particularly on automation cars, because I just like them. I use them more than probably taken out originally was like a GTR, except a convertible, and I decided against that. It was also going to have way more power than it actually did. At least the race car did. The race car was originally like 500 horsepower. Or no, the HR was supposed to be 500, the race car was supposed to be 525, but I lowered it to 450 and 470. I felt like it was a bit much. I also downsized the engine on that car because it was already quite heavy. I tried to like cut down the weight a bit. It didn't help too much. I feel like when I'm not driving the cars to their absolute limit, I drive much like nicer, or like not crashing. I notice it when I drive on this series, like I don't crash too much. I mean, this car was an exception because the handles are not too great. Maybe with a better driver, they could get the most out of this car, and that's probably just the thing with all these cars. Obviously, these scores aren't like... The thing is like I can't have like a solid score for everything. Like, alright, this is definitely faster than this, because I'm going to become a better driver over time. So a car that, say, should realistically be slower than a different car, so they did the other car like a year before that one, it's going to make me slower because I just became a much better driver. It's just like rough. And I could totally rerun the cars after once in a while. The thing is, like, there's gonna be so many cars, not gonna want it. It's gonna mess up with the leaderboarding gauge. I don't have any statistics on this. Well, I guess most people don't look at the leaderboard, which I do link at the end of these videos, or at least most of them, hopefully. A few of them I had issues and I didn't have the leaderboard updated, so I never linked it. And I haven't linked them a lot, but I think I'll link it this time. I'll do everything up to the base model of this car, and then eventually I'll update it with this car, just not too soon. So I just updated it, and I'm updating it, just gonna add 2 cars. But I'm gonna say once it adds 5 cars, so I'll probably wait until HC1 SF, which will be like this sport version of that car, so, which you'll see eventually. I say eventually, it's gonna be a couple of weeks. 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Well, no, because I have a competition for automation cars coming up there, so that's gonna be a while. It's gonna be like 3 weeks worth of time, and that's gonna be results. So I like doing this every other day, because that gives me good time. So I do one on Monday. I procrastinate and only upload the video on the freaking Tuesday, and then I do another video Wednesday. Or in the case of this week, I record one video on Tuesday, wait for Wednesday, and then do this video on Thursday, because I'm recording this on Thursday. I believe that's something on Monday to stop me from... I don't even remember. Oh yeah, it was the dentist. So that's why I didn't upload work on a video that day, because I would have had no time. Also, because as soon as I got home, I was like eating and stuff. So I get home now much earlier, but it also means I don't get lunch at school. I get lunch at home. It just ends up being a giant snack. Like, the thing is, like, back to the thing where I don't have much, like, it takes me way less attempts to get a lap than it does in an automation competition where you drive the car around the track, not the AI. Which is how I do things, because the AI is just too much. Like, I like having all the cars on the track at once. Like, I just like... And the AI is a solid driver for the most part. I mean, it's driving the same as Speed Drive, so the faster driver, according to AI, will go faster than the slower driver. The same car, recording, same car. because you get to see all the cars on the track at the same time. It's cool. I like the system that I do it. I only don't do it on rallies because the AI can't drive in dirt. Because they're not too, like the way they work, you don't really, you can't make them drift. Like the AI can't do. The script AI is only told to go in this route at this speed. Nothing else. So you can't make them drift unless they overshoot the corner and then they use the handbrake. And really, it's not a drift. They're just trying to get back on the road. Anyways, we're almost there. I'm still gonna get decent time despite my interesting driving at the beginning. 720.2. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, 9th place. That's probably right behind the TS500's dog car. That is really good company, I guess, because given this car's stats, well, maybe close to maybe 1,000 kilograms to 1,100 now that it's kind of got no interior because it's a race car. And it's like 280 horsepower. It's still very underpowered, but it's still like, this thing surprises me of how fast it is, this entire lineup. Because the economy car, I was like, oh, it's probably going to replace maybe a little bit higher than the SE1 to BO9 base model. Because that's what you'd expect, because they're both other boring cars. But then it just places with lower-end sports cars. And then the Sport placed up with slightly more mid-range sports, because this is now, it's getting quite up there. Not, like, within... This top 10 out of like 20 cars. Like, what's 10? 10 fits the PR400, which is like a purpose-built sports car with 400 horsepower. Like, it's got 120 more horsepower, but this is just lighter. It doesn't handle nearly as well, I will say that, although it has less wheel spin. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it. Goodbye.